There are tons of education platforms out there these days. So the big question is, should you actually invest your time in CourseCareers for accounting? I'm the accounting echelon, a CourseCareers career coach, and accounting professional with 14 years of experience in accounts payable, payroll, and management. Let me tell you, I've seen a lot of different paths people take to break into this career. And honestly, I've got some thoughts on this that might surprise you. Look, I'm not here to just sell you on something. There are real pros and cons to this approach. And I want to be completely honest with you about what I've seen work and what doesn't. So let's dive into this. First, the good stuff. Here's what really stands out about CourseCareers compared to traditional options. The whole platform is built specifically to get you employed. That's it. That's the main goal. And you know what? That's exactly what most people actually need. They're not trying to teach you theory for 4 years. They partner with someone who knows the field inside out. Terrell Turner is the course instructor, and this guy's legit. He's a CEO and founder of a New York Times recognized accounting firm. He's a 3-time 40 under 40 CPA and a globally recognized finance influencer. The course content is laser focused on what employers actually want you to know for entry-level positions. Not the stuff that sounds impressive in a classroom but never gets used in the real world. And here's something really important. You can start completely free. Their intro course costs you nothing, $0. You can test it out, see if accounting is even for you, and learn about the job market before spending a penny. That's huge because most people have no idea if they'll even like this work until they've already committed. The pricing structure is actually pretty smart too. You've got 3 options. There's a payment plan at $150 total, just 4 biweekly payments. There's a one-time payment of $499, which saves you about $101. Or you start with that free intro course first. No contracts, no fees, and get this. You get a refund or switch courses within 14 days. That's a lot more flexible than traditional education. But what really matters is the support structure they've built. You get coaching support throughout the whole thing. They have free workshops, private coaching sessions, something called Course Accelerator Groups. And for graduates, there's even a job search accelerator group where you have access to accounting career coaches like me who offer one-on-one support, resume, and LinkedIn feedback and personalized guidance for landing your first accounting job. The curriculum itself covers all the fundamentals you actually need. We're talking profit and loss statements, balance sheets, chart of accounts, journal entries, debit and credits, and T accounts. Then you can get into the specialized roles like payroll specialists, billing and collections, bookkeeping, and tax preparation. And they don't just teach you the accounting, they've got a whole section on interview prep, LinkedIn setup, resume building, job search strategies. This stuff matters just as much as knowing debits from credits when you're trying to land that first position. One more thing, the time commitment is reasonable. They estimate 4 to 8 weeks to complete everything. That's way different than committing years to a traditional degree program. The employment-focused approach really does set it apart from most other platforms. Universities and even places like Coursera tends to focus more on theory and broad knowledge. CourseCareers is about getting you job ready as fast as possible. All right, now let's talk about the downsides because there's definitely are some. First thing, this isn't a college degree. And look, I didn't finish college myself. I went to Texas Southern University, but realized it wasn't for me. and I moved to California to pursue in the entertainment industry. Eventually landed at Fox Studios before getting into accounting. But here's the reality. Some employers still want that degree on paper. It's getting less common for entry-level accounting roles, but it exists. You need to know that going in. The program moves fast, really fast. If you're someone who needs a lot of time to absorb information, or you prefer a slower, more theoretical approach, this might feel rushed. There's also something people don't always think about. You miss out on the college experience, the networking with classmates, the on-campus recruiting, the alumni network. Those things have real value for some career paths. And while the coaching support is there, and it's not the same as having a professor you can walk up to after class every day, you need to be self-motivated and willing to reach out when you're stuck. Here's another thing. The certificate you get at the end is from CourseCareers, not from a university. For some hiring managers, that might not carry the same weight as a traditional credential. That's just the honest truth. The course also focuses specifically on entry-level roles. If you're thinking you want to become a CPA or eventually move into high-level financial positions, you're going to need more education beyond this. This is about getting your foot in the door, not becoming a licensed professional. So here's what I actually think after 14 years in this field. If I had to start over today, I would choose CourseCareers or college. Well, honestly, I'll probably finish college and take some extra classes. But that's coming from someone who already has the experience and knows what the long-term path looks like. For someone just trying to break into the field right now, CourseCareers make a lot of sense. Here's why. I started as an accounts payable clerk making $30,000 annually. I was making about $45,000 before that in a different field. Within a few years, I got promoted to payroll and then to accounts manager with a $25,000 salary increase. None of that required a degree. What it required was knowing the fundamentals, being consistent, and understanding what employers actually needed. The secret sauce, if there is one, is consistency. That's it. Show up, do the work, keep applying, keep learning. It works 100% of the time if you don't give up. When I got my first accounting job, it was through a referral. A coworker in HR landed a senior accounting position and gave me an opportunity. I went through an in-person interview with 3 people, the staff accountant, the controller, and HR. It took a couple of weeks and a few interviews, but I got it. And that changed everything for me. My life got so much better financially after that. I was able to communicate better professionally, carry myself with more confidence. Eventually, I got a house and a car and helped my kids with their college education. That's the real impact of getting into a stable career field. Here's what most people don't do during the job search that would make everything easier. Follow up. Seriously, a simple phone call or email can keep your application from slipping through the cracks or speed up the process. But most people apply and just wait. Another thing, networking is everything. Go to the seminars, the webinars, conferences. Build relationships in the industry. Use LinkedIn, Indeed, Glassdoor to connect with people actually working in accounting. That's more important than certificates or degrees, honestly. And when you land interviews, what matters is how you present yourself. Speaking clearly, communicating well, carrying yourself with integrity and professionalism. That's what got me hired. And that's what I see work for others. The coursework matters, but the soft skills matters just as much. This program makes the most sense for specific people. If you're someone who can't afford to go into debt for a traditional 4-year degree, this is worth looking at. The cost difference is massive. You're talking $499 or $150 total versus tens of thousands in student loans. If you need to start earning quickly and can't spend years in school, this fast track approach could work for you. If you're making a career change later in life, like I did at 30 when I finally understood accounting despite learning about it in college years earlier, this gives you a way without starting over completely. And if you're the type of person who's detail-oriented, enjoys keeping things organized and structured, has solid basic math skills, and confident with numbers, and doesn't mind working independently all of the time, accounting through CourseCareers could be a perfect fit. Those are literally what hiring managers look for in entry-level accounting roles who should probably look elsewhere. On the flip side, there are people who shouldn't choose this path. If you know you want to become a CPA and need that credential, you're going to need a traditional accounting degree. The education requirements for CPA licensure are specific, and CourseCareers won't get you there. If you have the time and money for college and want the full experience, the networking, campus life, broader education, then go that route. There's nothing wrong with that choice. If you need a lot of structure and holding hand to stay motivated, self-paced online learning might not be for you. You need to be able to push yourself through the material without someone making you show up to class. And if the employers you want to work for specifically require degrees in their job postings, you need to factor that in. Let me be real about what you're getting into with entry-level accounting work. Your day is going to involve a lot of classifying and organizing from 9 to 1, then reconciling and reviewing financial data from 1 to 3. You will spend time learning and researching from 3 to 4. And there's collaboration and communication with team members from 4 to 5. It's detail-heavy work. You need to enjoy keeping receipts organized, reports accurate, and spreadsheets tidy. If that sounds boring to you, this career might not be a good fit no matter how you learn it. But if you're someone who finds satisfaction in things being correct and organized, you'll probably love it. Starting salaries for entry-level positions typically ranges from $40,000 to $60,000 depending on the role and location. Tax preparers and AP/AR specialists are on the lower end. Bookkeepers and payroll clerks are in the middle. Junior accountants might start a bit higher. Within 5 to 10 years, you can realistically be making $60,000 to $130,000 as you move into mid and late career positions. Senior accountants, accounting managers, financial controllers, these roles pay well. And at the top end, tax partners, chief financial officers, chief accounting officers can make $125,000 to $300,000 or more. The career path has real potential if you stick with it. Looking back at 14 years in this field, here's what actually made the difference. My previous job at 20th Century Fox Television as a programming coordinator helped me way more than I realized at that time. Learning to interact professionally with vendors, contractors, all kinds of different people, those communication skills transfer directly. College helped too. Even though I didn't finish, the math classes gave me a foundation. But honestly, I didn't truly understand accounting concepts until I was 30 and actually working in the field. I learned from on-the-job training, colleagues who took time to explain things, seminars and courses I took over the years. It was a mix of everything, not just one source. The people skills ended up being just as important as the technical knowledge. Being able to talk to people, follow up professionally, present yourself well in interviews, that's how you actually get hired. What CourseCareers does differently is they're always updating their content. The industry changes, software changes, what employers won't changes, they adapt. They also have an AI learning assistant now, which is actually pretty helpful when you're stuck on a concept at 11 p.m. and need an explanation. The community aspect matters too. You're not just taking a course in isolation. There are other people going through the same thing, dealing with the same challenges. And the job search support is built in from the start. That's huge. Most education programs teach you the skills and then send you off to figure out the job search on your own. The certificate you get at the end is shareable. You can put it on LinkedIn, include it in your resume, use it to show employers you've completed real training. But here's what I think is the most important thing they do. The free intro course forces you to figure out if this is even right for you before spending money. You'll learn job demand, pay ranges, the career path, what the work actually involves, how to break in, whether you're a good fit or not. That's not just smart marketing, that's actually serving people well by helping them make an informed decision. Let me clear up some things people get wrong about programs like the versus traditional college. People think these fast-track programs don't involve enough learning compared to a 4-year degree. But here's the thing. A 4-year accounting degree includes a ton of classes that have nothing to do with accounting. General education requirements, elective, all that stuff. The actual accounting education in a traditional degree, you could compress that into a much shorter time frame if that's all you're focused on. That's what these programs do. Another misunderstanding, people think employers won't respect a certificate from CourseCareers. Some won't, that's true. But many entry-level hiring managers care more about whether you can actually do the work than where you learned it. Especially now, the employment market has shifted. Companies are struggling to find qualified people for entry-level accounting roles. If you can demonstrate the skills, many will give you a shot. People also think you miss out on all the important stuff by not going to college. And yes, you miss some things, but you also skip the depth, the time commitment, the classes that aren't relevant to what you want to do. It's a trade-off. You need to decide what matters more for your specific situation. So, is CourseCareers worth it for accounting? For the right person, absolutely yes. If you're on the fence between going into depth for college or trying an affordable program like this, I'll tell you to really weigh the financial decision. Run the numbers. Think about what 4 years and $50,000 in debt would mean for your life versus a few months under $500. But also, be honest with yourself about your learning style and career goals. If you need that degree for the path you want, get the degree. But the biggest thing is this. Education alone won't get you the job. I learned that the hard way. You also need to network, follow up with people, apply strategically, interview well, and keep pushing even when it's hard. The consistency matters more than the credential, honestly. I got into accounting at 30 through a referral after working in entertainment. No traditional accounting education at that point, just someone who gave me a chance and training on the job. That opportunity changed my whole life trajectory. Better income, better stability, able to provide for my family differently. And now, when I look at programs like CourseCareers, I think this gives more people access to that kind of opportunity. That's a good thing. The 14-day money-back guarantee means you can try with very little risk. Start the free intro course, see how it feels, talk to their coaches, check out the community. Then make your decision based on your situation, not on what worked for someone else. If you're seriously considering this, here's what I do. 1, start that free intro course today. It costs nothing and gives you real information about whether this career path makes sense for you. 2, research entry-level accounting jobs in your area right now. Look at the job postings, see what they're asking for, check the salary ranges, get a realistic picture of the market. 3, be honest about your financial situation. Can you afford to not work while going to college? Or do you need to start earning as quickly as possible? 4, think about your learning style. Are you self-motivated? Can you work through material independently? Or do you need structured class time and lots of support? 5, connect with people actually working in accounting. Send some LinkedIn messages. Ask what their path was like. Get real perspectives from the field. 6, whatever you decide, commit to being consistent. Whether it's course careers or college or teaching yourself, the consistency is what makes it work. At the end of the day, there are thousands of people who've started new careers through programs like this. The reviews show it works. 4.8 stars on Career Karma with over 1,000 reviews. 4.9 stars on Course Report with 616 reviews. But it works because people put in the effort, stayed consistent, didn't give up when things got hard, and followed through on the job search. The platform can teach you the skills. Only you can do the work. So that's my honest take on Course Careers for Accounting. It's not perfect. It's not for everyone. But for the right person in the right situation, it's a legitimate path into this field. I wish something like this existed when I was starting out. Would have saved me a lot of time and confusion, honestly. Whatever you decide, I hope this helps you think through it more clearly. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.